Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Majidana Bungwana, welcome to it. Another exciting episode of Game Time, a podcast. Listen here. So the first episode, we had to tell you that we had to cut, the episode because, hey, there was just a lot. And we promised you part two with Keamogetse Wolff. And as we promised, we definitely deliver because the man is back for part two. But listen, we are recording live from fabulous Vegas Club in 2nd Avenue. This is where everything is happening. If you want to party, we party here, baby. So come through to Fabulous Vegas Club and party with us as, we know our weekends, how they look, right? But Wolff is in the house.
Yeah.
Wolff, a very exciting first episode, man. I don't know. Like
We ran out of time. We ran out of time.
We
man.
definitely ran out of time. Yes, and people are waiting for part two. Now we're here. Listen, when we wrapped up our conversation on part one, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about you moving to Orlando Pirates or a move that almost happened that you went to Orlando Pirates. Let's really actually start there. Like, what happened, Vito? Like, what stopped that move? I think that could have been the biggest move for you in South African football.
On a personal level, like throughout my career, that was actually going to be like one of my biggest moves.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't remember how it happened that I went to Orlando Pirates. I just remember speaking to the coach at that time was Eric Tinkler.
Yeah.
I remember speaking to him over the phone, telling me we'll be starting on Monday, the times and everything. Rand Stadium. I got there. It was still the likes of Opa Manyesa was still there. The late Senza Mayua was still there.
Yes, see.
Sangweni, Roy Mahamuta.
Yes.
So imagine that I got there on Monday, started training, everything was okay. On Wednesday, there was an article, one of these newspapers that usually talks about football.
Yeah.
During the week, what's happening, team of the week,
Yeah.
the whole story is about football players. So during the week on Wednesday, actually, an article came out. Wolff is at Orlando Pirates, trying his luck. They got to interview Ayanda Kaba. He was still there at the team. Patrick Pungwayo was also there. They were part of the interview. And then they mentioned that, no, the boy's doing well. It's been a good week for him. There's a possibility that Wolff might sign for Pirates.
Yeah.
I remember we played a friendly on Thursday. That Thursday, the starting lineup was Happy Jelly right back. Myself on the left.
Yeah.
Sangweni, Roy Mahamuta, Opa Manyesa, Pibo Nchumayelo. My strikers were Lennox Batela. My wingers were still, it was Sfiso Mieni. I don't remember the one was playing on the left or the right. Yeah, but then out of the blue on Thursday, on Friday, I go to training. No, actually something happened. Hey man, it's Orlando Pirates. This one I can't go deeper into.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But something happened and a certain individual wanted a certain amount from the contract so that I can get a 3-year deal that could be extended by another 2. So I was going to get a 5-year deal, but my first year, a certain individual wanted a certain amount of money.
Yeah. From your contract.
From the contract.
Yeah.
So I asked that person, is this a yearly thing or an annual thing or what's going to happen? He said, Papa, every single year when you get your signing on fee, I'm taking my cut.
Yeah.
So now it's the first time I hear about such things. I'm asking myself,
Yeah.
So I told that guy, it's not going to happen. Not with my money. It's not going to happen. And when I go to training on Friday, when I get there, the only thing, I met the coach, went to his office, and then I just got told that I'm not training.
On Friday. After refusing to give this individual.
I know I was actually signing that on that Friday. But I went to the coach's office. The only thing Coach Tinkler could say to me was, hey, Wolff, I don't know what happened, but we're not going to sign you.
Phew. But before I get we go on with what happened. Let's hold it on Friday, right? For the move to happen, wait, did you have a team? Because as we had our conversations, I realized most of the time when you were moving from one team to the other, you didn't have a team. You're a free agent.
even at that time, I didn't have a team, dog. I was a free agent, dog. Nigga freelance, and I was just moving around, having the time of my life every single time. So you must remember, ne? Every single time I didn't have a team. Nigga came back home.
Yeah, not like guys. Yeah.
Party, did my thing. Got a call, move.
Yeah.
I immediately stopped drinking at that moment.
And then you move.
I start praying, hey, Father God, help me on the road.
Did you have an agent?
Yeah. At that time, it was still Gary Kasisa from Mediate Sports. Yeah, it was still that guy.
So what is he saying now that this move is collapsing? You know,
something happened. Something happened, and I think it boils down to me being frustrated. And at that moment, I was asking myself a lot of questions. Like, man, this guy's not even helping me get a team anymore. This man is not actually keeping contact with me. He's not calling me. He's not doing anything. So then I was like, okay, sharp. If he's doing this, I'm no longer gonna tell him about potential moves or anything that's happening in my life. Yeah. So just stopped like that. Though.
So even when that was happening, you just decided, rocked up, and you went to Rand Stadium without him knowing that you were there.
Yeah.
He didn't call even after.
He didn't even know that I was there, but he didn't even know.
And then come Friday, coach tells you, like, you're no longer signing. What then happens?
He didn't even say you're no longer signing. He said, you're no longer part of this training session. You can go home.
Hey, man, you come back to Bloem, I guess.
You
cried.
I cried, dog. I cried. Like I sat in the car for like a good 40 to 45 minutes, just crying, because asking myself questions like, but now I'm actually trying to change. Now, mentally, I'm starting to view things in a different way now. I'm no longer that Wolff that was problematic and all those things. Now I'm actually trying to do things the right way. And then this happens. Then I was like, fine. It happened. We got past that. Came back home for my second stint. Go Celtic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on a Celtic. I signed. Everything is sorted. Everything is fine. I even called Tabonte because he was the one that was playing catch number 2. So I called him because I called him. Hey, Amuna, with all due respect, can I please, number 2? I know no, Dala what you must.
Yeah.
Sorted. Sharp. After teaming number 2.
Uga number.
Sharp. Being unveiled to the supporters. Everything is sorted. But I kid you not. I was in the team the last 15 games of the season.
Yeah.
Didn't even play one.
Hey, man, who was the coach at the time?
Seramele, assisted by who's the assistant coach now at Marumo? He used to play for Free State Stars.
Isn't it Duncan?
Duncan and Lesotho. Yeah. Imagine, dog. 15 games, bench.
Let's do this. Let's understand. Usually coaches, they have their favorite players that they want to sign, but the management can also sign certain players. Who signed you at the time? So the owner of the club signs you and then the coaches don't play you?
No, but the coaches knew that I'm coming. It's not something that happened overnight.
Yeah.
I played a tournament.
Playing in the position at the time?
That's Tabam Matuka. And I forgot who, man. Mohapi. Yeah. So when I got there, they released Mohapi. So it caused a bit of a rift between Matuka and I, because now Kibafana by 2 Blumanda. Kibafana by 2 Batang Hamon.
Yeah.
Kibafana by 2 Batayam Prepna.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Phew.
We're playing in the same position.
Yeah.
I remember there was this incident that happened between Nale Diamond at training. Emona Diamond and Shapagasi.
Yo.
Emona Gaye, Madame, I want to tabang 051. One time.
Yeah.
One time, I want to tabang 051.
Yes.
Got fined for that. So, hey, man, there's a whole lot of things that were happening at Bloemfontein Celtics at the time.
So at that time, Sharpo, 15 games you don't play. After 15 games, you
bonus. Scalabala, you get bonus. Miss this squad bonus.
Off the pitch.
All I want is the money. All I I want is the money.
Of the pitch, are we still getting the same Wolff? You know, that
No,
we know?
Now when I came back, dog, I was actually, you know, my contract when I came back, there was a clause in my contract that I shouldn't drink for the duration of my contract.
You shouldn't drink at all.
At all, dog.
Even like when you were off, nothing is happening.
At all.
So if
bear in mind, in my team, with all due respect, he's my friend. But
no, I was gonna actually ask about him. I was gonna actually ask about him because I'm one of the journalists that once asked, you know, in a press conference, or I'm fit to up sharp. So what's going to happen?
Mzala sharp, and Mzala is gonna give you
most definitely. That was something special about him. He used to remind me of Jabu Pule.
Like, man, give
you know, yo.
That's another one also. I remember also there was this other one time. I remember when I wanted to, I was 22, 23. Went to Sundowns. Got to Sundowns there.
Yeah.
Surprise Mori, they're still there. I think the coach was the one that came from Barcelona, man. The left-footed coach. I forgot his name though. I got there. Dog, you know, Sundowns will always be a big team, dog.
Yeah.
But it will never be bigger than the Soweto Giants.
Which Soweto Giants?
Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It will never be bigger than the Soweto Giants.
Yeah.
Got there, dog. I remember this one time. Reko Alex.
Oh. Alexandra.
Alex.
The Alexandra.
15. It was 250.
Yeah.
And when I we left that place, I think like 5:30 in the morning. Rajima got 10. My man, I kid you not. Voyomere doesn't have time. He will leave you, dog. He runs in the front, leaves you there at the back, dog.
He goes to gym.
Yeah, but it's the type of person he was, dog. Voyomere really, he had the lungs for it, dog.
Yeah.
So got back to Celtics. Went back to Celtics, guys. Duration new 6 months, not even drinking, dog.
Yo.
But because this is what I did in the garage. I stayed with this guy, Julius Harikontan. I forgot his surname. He was my housemate.
Yeah.
So I was mobile at that time. Garage thing. So usually what I did, I'd go to I'd go to a liquor store, buy boxes of alcohol, boxes and boxes of bottles, buy them, and then I'd invite Majita to the house.
You?
Yeah. I had a TV in the garage. So that on Classico, so on these big games, had a nice couch there, TV. I had a heater inside the garage, dog. Because why? Next about buffet inside the house.
Yeah.
And that's understandable, dog. So this one time I go to training. I usually used to ask some of these guys that, you know what, guys, can you please clean the garage? So some official Bloemfontein Celtics, while the garage is open, drove past the house, saw my mini bar, my boxes of alcohol and everything, went to make chabala.
I was like, that boy is busy drinking.
Boy is drinking. That boy is getting drunk. Got called by another official on us panel and MX Chabala is like, hey, dog, your contract is here, dog. They're going to renew your contract by 2 years. And when I officing, it's myself, it's Max, it's the CFO, Kumbulani Kongo, and that official. I don't want to mention his name, but he knows I don't like him. It's not even hidden. Dog.
Please don't mention him.
But he knows. We don't even greet each other. We don't talk, dog.
I hope I don't know him.
I think maybe you do, dog. We don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
So he said to Max that bottle store took pictures and everything. I sent Max. Got to the office, we were terminating the renewal.
That time you didn't touch alcohol.
For this, that 6 months. Next.
But don't you don't you think one of the guys you were with maybe snitched or something?
No, not even, dog. Not even. Those guys. Dog, my neighbor was Alfred Ndengan. He was my neighbor, dog. Familiar Alfred Shayada from Eastern Cape, dog. They used to come and bankedi bottle, look at that. No problem, dog. In a relationship,
Sure.
Guys would come, Emuna Wolff, we out of stock.
Yeah.
And then they'll pay me back. It was him on a sharp relationship.
But when you've got a contract that says you shouldn't touch alcohol, so why did you buy? What was the purpose of buying? Like, if you're not going to drink for the next 6 months?
At that moment, I believed in one thing, that if I'm not, my whole crew, if I'm not.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave them behind.
Okay.
But the only thing I kopansang in at that moment. And as I kopansang kibo, una fashion show da. That's how I lost. That's how I ended up deciding, to hell with these professional teams, though.
So they basically decided that we are terminating based on the clause in the contract.
They're not exercising the clause.
Okay.
Yeah,
what then happens? Do you go to Lesotho first, or do you start in here?
Hey man, Lesotho. You know what happened? I went to Kovsi. I was playing for Kovsi in the ABC Municipal League. I started there.
Immediately after Bloem Celtic.
Yeah. Not immediately, like I think after a couple of months. There's always drama, dog. I don't know what happens. There's always drama. So
but there's always drama, but you've always been lucky to get a team after the drama either way. That's what puzzles me, dog.
Damn. Got to Kovsi, dog. Played. Something happened. Something happened. Had a young altercation with one of my teammates inside the changing rooms. It got physical. One of the coaches heard about it.
Yeah.
And then I was told to bounce.
So basically,
and yet again, also there was something. Home sale. So go home sale every Friday. Home sale between 4:30 and 5:30. So I used to say to the coach, you don't hide behind prayer, because you're not exercising. You're not what you're preaching, dog. I don't see. It's not happening. But you're not living what you're preaching. So it became a problem, because the coach, I would say, was like my former teammate. Generation
A1.
A1. So keep A2. A1. It's never gonna happen, dog. One has to leave.
Yeah.
And usually when that happens,
the players,
the player.
Yeah.
Dog, I left, went to Mangaung United, got to Mangaung, played, we went to the playoffs, came back. Hey, look at Mangaung, there was drama. There was a lot of drama, dog, Mangaung. Got to Mangaung, I was driving the bus. I was driving the bus, coaching the players. So no say Elena, the old John Mabizel, to these new ones now.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do it in a right way.
Sure.
Okay, guys, let's focus during the week. Come weekend, after we win the game. But it don't count, because I'm actually killing these boys. So eventually, when you grow up, you start seeing things different.
But you not drive a bus yet. So how are you playing while you're driving the bus? Were you not getting tired? Why was that?
Probably maybe getting to the PDP.
Why wasn't the driver being hired?
I don't know what happened. Actually, that time was during those COVID times.
Yeah.
So coaches weren't allowed about the training sessions, and it was only players. So Wolff, coach Wolff, driver
this day.
So imagine you picking up players from 7 o'clock. Training session is at 9.
Yes.
From 7 o'clock, you're picking up players. Train run about 9:30. You still have to set up for a session. Today, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that, you have to drop them again.
But wasn't it because you relate with the owner?
Huh?
Wasn't it because you relate with the owner?
Hey, maybe. And shout out to the owner, even though we have our differences, but she knows. She knows.
Because I want to touch something. That is why I talked about Lesotho. Do you know what I'm about to touch? So after Mangaung, you go to
Lesotho,
Bantu, right?
Yeah.
And then you move to Bantu. What happens when you get to Bantu?
Mona Bantu da mon. Mona ba patala cash. Abana na contract envelope papa.
Mona
maluti cash ntate. Yo, abasenye nako batho ba. Abadlala ntate ba patala cash ntate. When I got to Bantu sharp, I wanted to. There was a time whereby I think the national coach Yadikuena was Thabo Sino. Dual citizenship, be sharp, so that I can represent Lesotho. Because after a certain time, if you've actually stopped representing your country, I think after like 5 or 10 years, you're allowed to play for any country.
Okay.
Even though you've played for junior levels, you can still play for another country. So unfortunately never happened. Played Go Lesotho. I played, dog. That's nice. Nice experience, Go Lesotho, dog.
But like, now I'm interested because remember in the first part we spoke about what you used to earn, back in when you started your career. Now at the back of my mind, every time I watch the Lesotho League and I see them coming through, I'm like, at professional level, how much are they getting paid? These guys, like,
Go Lesotho.
Because also you try to think about it. If Bofa and I cash, man. If Bofa and I cash, it will. The story is quite obvious.
But you earn it, dog. You earn it. I thought Lesotho in terms of money, dog. I got little money.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see, it was a challenge to myself whether I can actually go into another country and actually play the way that, or I don't want to say dominate, but leave my presence in another country.
You know what I've picked up also about Lesotho League? I'll tell you where I'm going with this. They enjoy the idea of coming to South Africa, getting South African players to go play there. Particularly Bantu, they like that whole vibe. They would even go to the ABC Motsepe and pick some ABC Motsepe players, take them there, Is South African players idolized by Lesotho fans who support these teams?
I wouldn't use the word idolized, but I think there's a different dimension that South African players bring.
Okay.
And please understand, the Lesotho players, dog. They are talented, dog.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the only problem, I even said it. There was one interview I did in one of the articles that side, one of the newspapers. I mean, there was an article I said Lesotho players, they're actually scared of leaving Lesotho. But if someone could actually come and see how talented they are. There's a whole lot of talent that side.
Yeah.
But the moment
something changes.
Something changes, dog. Because we used to have friendlies against Free State Stars. And I'd ask myself, this is not the kind of people during the week or during the game. Come weekend, against Matlama. It's totally different people. But
something changes.
Maybe about to
And then for you to leave Bantu, what happened? Was it a choice or?
I ran away, dog. I went AWOL, dog. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I ran away, dog.
So what happened? You woke up in the morning and you're like, I know.
Dog. And I think, dog. You know what happened, dog? I woke up, so in the hospital area. So the border gate that we use Van Rooyen. There's a fence, dog. When you're on the other side of the fence, how champelaga o kamzansi.
So since come out,
Niki Palama from Bloemfontein got on a taxi in Siang Vepinar. Vepinar. Palama taxi in Siang Border Gate.
Border Van Rooyen.
Marona ne board or baby 60. And aski Sisimona, having one of the Basilanda Nassur. And I got exposed as so. And the board or I'm fit to the baby 60. And when I Emada, dog, you will run, dog. you will run. If you think you don't know how to run, you'll run.
Run how?
Run
from who?
You might get caught, dog.
So you're running to just get across.
Fence. To know. Fence, dog, is about this high, dog. Jump, but let my fence you jump. Serious, dog. But I used to ask myself, if Bankanto like Kilika, sorry about that.
Yeah.
If Bankanto like Kilika, Kanto, Kamsans, Kimonamsans, what's gonna happen?
But what would happen? You're home.
Yeah, but that's one chance that I wasn't willing to take. No.
So
I Bankantola, dog.
Nearly jump and then you jump.
But then I was like, no, I'm not going back to that.
Next bout trate, call.
I got called, though. Come back. When I come back, bring back our training kit. Bring back our stuff. I was like,
Bring back our stuff.
Yeah, man. There are certain teams, especially in the ABC Multiple League, there are certain teams. I don't want to mention names, but they know.
But so Tujo, like that team is playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, nobody can stuff because the way the way I left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It left a sour taste in their mouth.
So did Amazulu want the stuff the way you left? You see, that's why I'm trying to understand why would they want their stuff after you left.
Dog, I don't know, dog. It's management, dog. The kit manager wants his jersey back. Give him back his jerseys, dog.
Did they put your names on it?
No. Number 23. I don't know.
No way, bro. So you played with a jersey that didn't have your surname?
Yeah. At the bottom of the jersey, dog, get another person's surname.
Was that a thing?
My jersey didn't have my surname on the back, dog. Sometimes, but there was this other referee, dog, and shout out to him, Oboni, because every single time if I would get a yellow card, Nikki fell out. And then when like if you get four more yellow cards, you get suspended for the next game.
Yeah.
So there was this one moment I got 4 yellow cards, but Muto to yellow card ke Wolff. How about the documented about post game analysis about Amara Wolff? There's no Wolff. Suspension lifted. Wow. But it's a challenging league for some of the guys, dog. When you get there, dog, you might get shocked by culture shock about that the fields and everything they're different, dog. You can move from South Africa, get like a proper field. The grass is green. But they trying, dog. Artificial. Dog. Dog. Blisters and everything, dog.
Yes, you can't even slide.
So now imagine going to Lesotho, you 32 years old, dog. So shop work you mangwele.
Yeah, I'm trying. I wonder how work artificial. I'm thinking, imagine in the ABC Motsepe, Otlala, Kosi UT, the grasses, Wolffs, the grasses, Yeah, but there's the Kaiser's Hotel, you're playing the General, the grass is smooth, everything is.
The stadium here also, dog. Artificial. Mangwele. But at one stage, nickname I can Madolo. Because I had problems about my knees. Yeah. I had problems come on.
Nesi tupa nje.
Mado.
You come back to South Africa, you go AWOL. And then what happens? You decide to go to Black Cross, or Black Cross, they call you, they say, come to
you know, at that moment, dog, I actually told myself, you know what, man, let me relax, man. Let me leave the whole football space. So, let me just see what I'm gonna do. Maybe like try getting my coaching courses or something, or helping these up and coming youngsters. Help them. But then got a call from a good friend of mine, Martin. He called me, was like, Emona January, come through, there's a team, maybe it's a Black Cross. And I want to smell like Black Cross, dog. No, Black Cross was a proper team, dog.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Black Cross, I'd compare it to one of these professional teams, dog. Because the standard of way they were doing things was actually proper, though.
Who was the coach, Baje?
John Montoul, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
John Montoul, he was assisted by Moferefere Mutumi. Jacob Mohasi, the team manager was in Kulule. Nax Munahing. Yeah, dog. That team was family, dog. And it had proper players, former professional players, you know. Tumi Mangweni was there, Vuyo Manchi was there, and these are guys. Khoto was there, Centro Pain was there, Sepa More. They had quality players, dog.
And then the case, how the case come about? The case now, the league is fire, is happening. That was out and so clearance now.
Sharp. I played the first half of the season. Eh?
Yeah.
Come January, I hear there's a case against Black Cross. I'm involved in casing. KCK, there's this thing maybe saying ATC, international clearance. Apparently, I wasn't cleared. Apparently.
So how were you registered as Black Cross player without being cleared?
How do I get my card from SAFA?
Yeah.
If they don't get all the paperwork, dog, like my ID, my medical, if they don't get all my documents, dog, a card should never be issued.
Yeah.
I got a card and I played. And how is it possible that this thing happens my second season with Black Cross? First season, I never had such problems. But there was a case.
And that was the fire season.
And guess I case your first season in Wolff. Keamogetse Wolff of years. Second season, case. Keamogetse Wolff of years.
Yeah.
Dog, you. No, the case, apparently they said I wasn't cleared Lesotho. Yeah. So usually what happens if you play in another country, if you come back to your country of origin, you must be cleared. Go country in.
So where did you get a clearance? Or you didn't know that you must be cleared?
When I got cleared, dog.
But
I've got the document.
Remember you said you went AWOL like so.
I was cleared, dog. I have the paper. SAFA had the paper at that time. Spitty. I can't play.
So SAFA
the other 6 months of the season.
SAFA ruled that you can't play.
I wasn't playing, pending investigation, dog. I'm being investigated. And we keep dog. You know, at one stage I even opened a case against SAFA.
Him.
Let me play. You guys can continue with your investigation. But let me play. I got Lala next, dog. I didn't play Netbank, last 32. I didn't play the remaining eight or 9 games. I didn't play all those games, dog.
But you still at Black Cross?
I'm still at Black Cross.
And then how do you leave Black Cross?
Actually, you know what happened? Before, I think like a week before last season, a week before the season started, last season, there was a change of ownership. Black Cross moved up. I think they sold they gave away the status or they sold the status. Because our chairman at that time, and shout out to him, dog, Wandazama, shout out to that man. He took care of a lot of people, dog, at that team. He actually gave his status to the team that I'm currently playing for, which is Mangaung City.
Mangaung City,
And I think it's just an exchange of the status it's a from, because the owner of Mangaung City, another team, the lower league. Somebody had a team, Mangaung City was playing there. So then Babita changed a fella status for take status of Black Cross so that you guys can compete more ABC Mote. And then Ronareta Tilaga status Mangaung City at the lower division. Yeah.
So they basically the Black Cross is there and then Mangaung City is.
Yeah, when a Black Cross even got relegated from that division, though. I can say make a Black Cross.
So you basically players left. Because I remember Vuyo. I think I saw Vuyo at Bloem Celtic.
Yeah. I think I think 80% of the players they went to Bloemfontein Celtic.
80%. So Bloem Celtic didn't have play. Okay, let's not talk about things that don't involve you. But sharp.
Celtic. Abagole sharp. Skabetsa jwala abagole sharp.
So before Rekatella, you're at Mangaung City now, right?
Yeah.
And on the episode with Itumeleng daycare day, his day telling us, hey, or le do dadova ra ene di boa ne ba ya dithabeng ba lo kila tlola mello pizza tse tjhesang wa hlapa wa hlabua ka dintho etsang. We know it's a culture in Africa.
Hey, dog. You know, dog, I was playing for this one team. I was playing for Jomo Cosmos.
Yeah.
I remember this one time.
It's in course.
I remember this one time we were playing against Super Sports United. Dog. Baufa, I just want to show you guys. Ne? They gave me a bottle, dog. They gave me a bottle. I'm playing left back.
Yeah.
My opponent, it was Anthony Lafort.
Yeah.
They gave me a bottle, dog. Yeah, Sprite. An empty bottle of Sprite. I must speak Anthony Lafort's name into the bottle. Imagine, dog. Anthony Lafort. Anthony Lafort. Anthony Lafort. Super Sport, I shapa 3-0 in that. I shapa 3-0 in Fana. Anthony Lafort, Fana shapa di step over. Dr. J.
As you call Anthony Lafort, first of all, kemang fan bottle. Two, we it's a guide idea. We it's with your teammates in the dressing room.
We at Gori Kempelanting at the hotel, ne? My roommate. Man, his name is just here at the tip of my tongue. But Norman Smith. Yeah. He was my roommate, dog, Norman Smith. Because can I go to Africans in the Africans?
Yeah. It's a Bloem.
Africans in Hanyan. So, dog, they woke us up at about 11:30 at night.
Okay.
There's this room, Yangakaya team. You go to that room.
Wait. There's a room.
There's a
Yangaka team. Like that room. It's like his office, basically.
White sheet in that day. White sheet in
an entire room.
The room is dark, dog. It's only one candle there by the corner.
Yeah. You
go into the bathroom, the tub is filled with white things. I don't know, dog. The water is just white.
Yeah.
Rake nagametsi. Emanagi moon. Mara vaslapa ga iuta mo mkokotu. You naked, dog. In the tub, dog. You get out. Now you're not supposed to wipe yourself, though.
So how do you walk in the corridors at the hotel? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You don't get into the tub. You get naked. Apparently, but le colorful nja. Le colorful le sharp. You go back to your room. The following day you wake up, they take your boots. You only get your boots go changing room. You go to Jomo Cosmos. You get to the stadium. You get to the stadium. Le shalala habli. Mokuni. Obele di tlhare mo habli. Onga Jojo Amani gada.
Sure.
Ya di tlhare. Visa Jojo Amani. Onga Jojo Amani gada. The boots is the security that candle.
Yeah.
They didn't you. Your jersey when you get it, dog. In a little eye. To the white. Your jersey is wet. It's a lebrage. So Brage ki coach. Ki kit manager. Ki ngaka. Just in a go fail. But the only thing is that these things they only work that the Chiefs the Pirates. Because never shapa 1-0. The shapa Chiefs 1-0.
Bruh, I remember.
The shapa Sundowns 1-0. Someone Ajax are trap and chat. Or maybe these things they don't work because Makalat Babu Africans. Maybe Scarissa be Africans.
Chiefs or something. Yeah.
Maka Chiefs, Sundowns, Pirates, Kawin and 1-1-1. And we got relegated that season. So because every single time we won, the credit went to Ngaka. When we lost, because I remember this one time at training, dog, banana N. Banana N, edam. Amazing.
Yeah.
My biddies are ready new. My biddies and cha. Riduzi. Around that thing, dog. Le shampoo, la vieille. So imagine, dog, 5, let me say 6, 8, or 7 or 8 guys around that thing. What cover like a go? A mink. What cover like a mink, li duzi gada. Emara khaselesa, re tsere mangwele ntse re khaselesa. Yeah, mo tshwitse mo team na bona game e ba fethu mo na tshwantse re win e ba fethu this game. Game important e ba fethu e. Wa cha. Kada wa utlwa monna yo wa bela. O sweatile. So wa vota kana ba ka bitsa ngo vota.
Wa futa
go bakeng kana go yeo mfethu kada ka ene eo. Ngobo no play this one time. No play this one time. Ha. Marini le roommate ya ka ke mmona wa bona. Ana ke khotmalaka, we spoke about him part 1. He's still my friend, we're still in contact. All John Mabizela. Re go chipa da so ke roommate ya ka. Da mane. Re ka go munga da. E mona le mano bile e khono ta kubuma 16 degrees. Wa bata ka go mu. Antsage lona mfana wami yabona lento le mfana wami erumini mele kubande so mfana wami mele kubande so mfana wami yabona manje nyokeza nyokeza yabona kena kala mithi hayi wabona go mithi hayi a pink nje evolve mfana ongeni ngayika angishap man angishap hot man ovumela uqine boy lezi zinto lezi mfana uzodlala kahle kake lebo benchini idodlala kahle nakidisi bo benchini wena wa starta ye why I guess I'm one never.
So
never.
do you have I heard there's this thing yahore tlabere dlala as a team, but at some point muthu tla bo fuwa motaiwane ore mfethu wena kwena o tlo go tshwarela tla mara
mona ke bone go di play of phone nne ke veile no e bisi motsepe la ke bone da mara ne le moruti wa bo mara moruti o spanisa ditlama ba re goalkeeper ya rona di glove a tshase eng tshwantse re tshase lotion e nngwe so e mona ke motho ke tshasa don yo intse ka mahlong ka ke mo sweu a ke tsebe na ke sunscreen a ke tsebe go etsalang ka swete kena ka mahlong a ke sa bona bolo raji wa thuane ana next van sharp so ge those things dog maybe but you know I still say there are certain that they work.
Yeah,
it's there. I've seen it. It works for others.
Yeah,
it works for others dog because ko amazulu ngila sharp right in you. And even shaping yone ke lebetse ba bitsa mfene go paki ba ba tshweni mo mahitli you always tired
ba ba tshweni
mo mahitli lo khathi e mona ke tse a o ibona ke re wena tshweni ma ga o fitla da ko spanning seo you always tired
so when now you're gymming like lo khathi
the messed up thing dog I messed up dog I forgot my boots ka changing room
yo Khwalena la fitla.
Ay monna a fitla a ke tsebe ke mankileng di boots tsaka when I got back the following day the left e shebile nna the right e shebile kwa ma ke di sia di shebile one direction the left e shebile one e mona ke di king the moment I got on the field dog I'm tired I'm exhausted dog mara ke fetsa di boots fresh and I never chemical food it's not gonna help
e mona wa sa kreya boots tse ding
I ka ke tla ke reka tse ding ke be ke di chesa tseo ha ke di chesa hona ne sound e la mo di boots
sound is rumble
ele tsa melodi mo di boots ke re mara mo go ya gala mo
mfene aja
ke re mo am sho ke tswedi ya sha mo and I wanna say I tell you not I'm not making these things up like I'm telling you ke re bone because at that moment when I burned my boots ngena ne ntanta shabalala he was at amazulu le nna ahla I Cape Town aleda kena nena da I'm just a ga chisa ntotsi ga di chase e mona le tsa melodi
yo
nga re nama we tsintse ka pizza enyele ntse ga le tsa melodi ke ga khona ntsha e yone ke se gonale
for I like the fact that we spoke about Muti, the whole thing, you know. One thing that looks so perfect when we watch football on TV. It's like, hey, the teammates that you all love each other like crazy. Or when le hlali bina ra ngoma e cha like utlwe pina e kopane mfethu. How tense it is to be in a space of a team. No, I this thing, yo, the work environment is toxic. Hey, what? Can a football team be toxic to an extent that, I'm talking about this because Ribuaka di Butsu knows how the Kenya, you feel like somebody did something.
I think it's not even a matter of football, dog. I think everywhere, dog. Look at officing, wherever you go, dog. There's you can there's certain people, well, maybe they're not gonna be happy. Or I'm gonna outaka or position is so and truthfully speaking, dog, you're not gonna make everyone happy. But most spaces in that space, dog. There are certain things still for it. Certain individuals are not gonna be happy about. In one position, there's 3 guys. Maximum 3 guys. Minimum 2 in that position. You playing, I'm not playing. There are certain people but wanaka hadlale. Why asadlale? Wanaka tamo wana gogo mama. Abo.
Sure.
Gala position ile ma. Mama kishaka position ile Wolff. Wolff apaka number ma. Wolff apaka number 12. Okay, wanaka. Next time when you go to training, Wolff akadime skinned. It happens, dog. It happens. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It's there. There are those spaces whereby there's a lot of you can the aura around the team, dog. It's filled by this jealousy thing, man, going around. Okay, I've been in such teams. I've seen it happen. I've seen senior players say they're senior players. I've seen youngsters, junior players. These young ones say, man. I've seen that separation between seniors and junior players. I've seen coaches have their players.
Yeah.
It happens. But in football, it's not even hidden. Yeah, in football it's not even hidden, dog, because le andileja linkila bua are and I work as close like this close and I work putula pelo. You never know nakao any. Because but when how ke neka ground what to expect na go for that support.
The same support,
but
yeah.
At that time when I'm playing, you're not giving me that support. So kwatile, also it's one mistake, so that no ebe conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's only about football, dog. I think
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere, dog. Life in general, dog. And I always say this to these boys, dog. Like, you do good people talk, you do bad people talk. And one thing is that most spaces, so no matter how much you want to protect that, you can't protect everyone. Most spaces, dog. But it's there. It's there.
Damn. Listen, let's go back. You've had an incredible journey. Like you've had, the stories that we got from this whole conversation like has been really crazy. Like you are now at Mangaung City. Do you ever think of maybe just saying like let me put my boots down, or you're still playing just to have fun?
Yeah, the other day, dog, I had a conversation with the missus there. I had a conversation there with my partner about this, dog, and we both took a decision that this season with Mangaung City is actually my final season. And shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everyone that's actually been behind my career, dog. And people must remember also, dog. And I want to share this, dog, with you. The Wolff back then is not the Wolff one, no, dog.
Yeah.
I had to go through a lot of things. I'd say on my own. The support was there from their parents, but they're not next to me. They're not even around the corner, dog. This is my final season, dog. But my partner and I, we're venturing into something else. I'll still be in football, but no longer playing, dog. Then I got to know you gave me. How pass him?
Yeah.
Then I got to once in a while, dog.
Yeah.
Stress, but shout out to everyone, dog. That's actually been behind me, dog. Yeah. And funny enough, they say the older you get, dog, the more you enjoy football. I'm enjoying football now.
Yeah.
Because I think you must pay. This coach must get something so that you can play. There's no hey. I mean, if you my teammate and you're hating on someone at my age, dog, and you're 21,
you're wasting time.
You're wasting your time, dog. Because now I get out at this moment, dog. But we're venturing into football. There's something else that I want to do, that I'm gonna do. But yeah,
but look, like I said, an incredible journey you had. I remember in part 1 you said, you know, the one regret that you always think about is missing that flight to Amsterdam. But generally, from a general point of view, what do you think you could have done different from, you know, you look back at your journey? Like I'm saying, you've always had the fortune of, you know, losing this team, quick, you've got another team, you lose that team, you have another one. If we count the number of teams you played for, you know, you just look at other players. Celtic.
From Celtics, Cosmos.
Cosmos, yeah.
Cosmos, Ajax.
Sure.
Cheaper.
Wits. Yeah.
Amazulu. Celtic CV.
Bantu.
PSA, let's say.
Yeah.
Bantu. Govs. Mangawu. Black
10,
Cross.
11.
Mangawu City.
12.
Get sharp. I'm only this game. This game. And I know how long I do about reunion games. I can say we get the let's go to Grey. I've played for Grey before. I've played on a pass versus present Grey. On a pass versus present prep Nagaken. On a reunion Hamon Gete. So you say 3, get him say 12. Get sharp,
I know you.
Get sharp, and I guys, one thing, yes, I regret the flight, but I enjoyed my life.
Yeah, but would you have, you know, I know you say you regret the flight, you enjoyed your life. Would you have done anything different though? If let's say, with all that experience, you still have all that experience, and you're given a second shot to say, bruh, the same journey, but now live it different. What would you have done different? Because all I'm trying to do, all I'm trying to do now.
1.1.
Let me tell you why I'm saying this. All I'm trying to do now. Rata 1.1. There's a kid that never heard of Keamogetse Wolff as a player.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a kid who's gonna watch this and take your story and be super excited about your story. But we must never leave that kid with all that history that you enjoyed, you had fun, you've done all these things. Kevin Hunt said, get the F off before you had to sign the contract, you know. That kid needs to also listen and say, if this guy was going to do everything different, having relived the opportunities he had, this is what he would have done. Let's go to 1.1.
Okay, can we just touch on it?
Yeah.
The kid.
Yeah.
Will come to the kid.
Yeah.
But me as an individual,
yeah.
First of all, dog, I would have never gotten into that car. Let's say
you would have never been to Kronstadt in the first place.
I would have never been to Kronstadt in the first place. I would have never been friends with Masibusani Zongo. I would have never been friends.
Yeah.
I would have never been friends. Okay, well, sharp. Teammates, acquaintances, sharp, but I would have never been friends with those guys, dog. Because, but I'm not saying Kibo never to buy into but it's because I saw that life. Only the way Hupilo and as a soccer player.
Sharp.
I want to be like that. I would have, KG is my friend. I'm not going to say I would have not been friends with him. But I wouldn't have done what I did. Later, I won a competition at the bottle. England.
Yeah.
What's already pounds?
Euro?
Get have it. The man also paid pounds using a black card to give you in a carte yaga. But to the kid, man, football isn't easy. To all these young ones, they wanna play football. Football isn't easy. And it's not something you just wake up and decide you just want to pursue because it mentally, physically, it's hard, man. I mean, you'll get days whereby you're not yourself. You get days whereby you wake up in the morning, you don't want to do this, but for the mere fact that you have to, you don't have the luxury of saying, I'll come back tomorrow. You don't have that luxury of saying, nah, man, let me chill today, let me relax. People will come when everything is good. And the very same people are the first to leave when everything becomes sour. Friends, the generation that we have now, the loyalty, those models, I feel like they are gone. Those who want to play football as a career, though, mentally they need to be very strong. There will be days whereby you're not the favorite. There will be days when nothing goes according for you, dog. Things are not gonna go the way you want them to go. Things are not gonna go the way you planned them to go. You might wake up, you might break a leg. You need to come back from that. There's a lot of things. So mentally, football it absorbs. It absorbs your mind, dog. It puts you in a different space whereby mentally, if you're not strong enough, dog, you'll find yourself in a toxic environment. But as an individual. So to them, dog, I just say they must first get the enjoyment. I don't think you do something that you'd want to do something that at the end of the day you don't enjoy. So get the enjoyment, get the passion, respect your legs, respect the game, dog. You can't cheat football. You can't cheat football, you can't cheat life. But career ya football it will bontsha le bophelo. Because there's those moments whereby you need to be disciplined. You'll never go out so be disciplined, love what you do, and be strong, dog, because it's not an easy road to actually be on. It's not easy, dog. I've been hurt a couple of times. I've cried. I've lost a lot. I've had a lot. I've lost people who were actually my friends. I gained other people who love me for being me. Dog.
For you, definitely.
I remember this one time. Go ikayene le mogotsi wa ka neng. Ke go Celtic see. So go Celtic se ne re gola ka di 7. We getting paid on the 7th. Ke di 6. Anja ga jaifa ra ke 11 bosigo ga jaifa. E mona ha rena le dampe I one. E me mo di khone re e mentse re kopa mouth enja. Skave. Mo tsiba kana go ba kana ke no le bojala bo ba bone bo. Re emi. That money that motho ne ke tsamalana ke ga Maleka. He's been my best friend since 2002. He's the first guy I met go Gray. I remember dog ne ke dutse kolonong a ba hlaka morao a ba mpotsa hore henja kana mili ole o jwang ka 12 o bijwa. Be ke re lunch. So go tloga letsatsi leo since ke mmisa lunch. Wabo. Shout out to Ramaleka letlo. E mona da mone re eme da mone ka 12 o tlanla e Wolff o bone ke na go mantsa. E ta ke 12. E mona ga go clientela ona ne ithema Standard Bank re ya da ke to we
wait
ke to betsa vie tshwara ninja 6000 ke ya 6000 ke ya
even
ga go ikhayen a go fitla go ikhayen ke tla reka di botlo batho ba o ta bona ba sa batle ge emele bona now all of a sudden sa ba emele so wa bona we tsala as much as I can go back to those days or Wolff khala dirang there are some good things se khale ke di dira dog wa bona tse go tla di bone tse go pele tse
yeah no for sure
today njane re batla ga ba blele or bolo it's something alone for today you can be here dog tomorrow you're here dog but going up no hlomphe batho ba because how khutla to kopana le the very same people so now Bloemfontein, those who know me but so but nane ke papa ta na ke le veld but it happened. I went through what I had to go through. Paul,
Calm down.
Paula nje. Paula. And yeah, I am today, dog. Imagine, dog, 36.
Yeah.
About 36 in Sekedlala. The people balance for about 22. I don't know if it's 30 minutes again.
You know?
About so I mean, get serious, man. I mean, really fortunate enough. I played for all these teams. I was lucky, and le into bongane twalo na tala Sundowns. Ngile abuare, and then I say Buhama. Abuare straight out. And when a guy like Wolff, he always had a team. Babo. He always had a team. And at that money, he played School of Excellence at Sundowns of Hela. I was so cool to some CBT after. So serious, dog. When God opens doors for you,
no, man, thank you so much for actually coming through to the podcast and giving us those stories, man. You sacrificed your time. You're one of the very few people that we are doing as we start the podcast, and we feel very honored that you came through to come and have this chat with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'll type you. Yeah, but thank you so much. We really appreciate you, man. And thank you. No, I never. Zobachela one day though. We're gonna look back and we'll be big enough to say, hey, Wolff, but as always, let's wrap it up. To whom much is given, much is expected, and to whom much is expected, much is required. Every champion that is a champion today was once a contender, refused to give up. With those words, and Mpixo P, the greatest, always grateful. This is game time. God willing, I'll see you next time. Ayoba.